Yes, so welcome back to 10 Island Gaming. Today we have a matchup between Warriors of Chaos and Beastmen. A real fun matchup with a lot of close combats. I'm gonna guess already, but here's my army. They are led by my Sorcerer Lord. He's a general. Mark of Siege, Chaos Familiar, Charm Shield, Earthing Rod, and Talisman of Preservation. He's a level 4 Lord of Metal. Then we have my BSB. He has Dawnstone, Dragon Helm, Other Trickster Shard, and Great Weapon. For core, 2 Chariots, Mark of Nurgle. 2 units with 5 dogs. They have the Vanguard special rule. Then we have 18 warriors, full command, Mark of Nurgle. Then for rare, I have 2 units of 8 knights. They are Mark of Siege and full command. Then I have Skull Crushers, a unit of Skull Crushers. For spells, I roll up Searing Doom, Enchanted Blaze of Iban, Glittering Robe, Transportation of Lead, and Final Transportation. Over to Beastmen.
And these are the Beastmen. Also, we forgot to mention that we're playing a new scenario that will occur in an upcoming tournament. Now in August in Fallen, it's called Heavens Collide, and I think it's borrowed from a UK tournament. Basically, we have placed 2 coins, one here and one here, and whoever controls them at the end of the turn gains 100 victory points to add to their final score. And yeah, that was everything for scenarios, and otherwise it's like meeting engagement. We split down the deployment in the middle, as you see. And we'll go through my army. They're led by the Beast Lord. He has heavy armor, shield, Ramhorn Helm, Dawnstone, Sword of Battle, Leather Trickster Shard, Gnarled Hide, and Gouge Tusk. Then we have Great Bray Shaman. He has the Lord of Beasts, level 4. He has the Jagged Dagger, Fencer's Blade, Talisman of Preservations, and Uncanny Senses. For heroes, we have a Bray Shaman. He has additional hand weapon, Lord of Beast, and he's a level 2. He has the Dispel Scroll and Ruby Ring of Ruin. And then my BSB, he has the heavy armor and a shield, and he carries the Beast banner. For core, I have 48 Gors with full command and additional hand weapon. Then we have 3 Tusker Chariots, 6 units of Angor Raiders. For special, we have 38 Bestigor Herd. They have full command and standard of discipline. And then also to round it out, I have 2 Pigs, Razor Gors. And as normal, we're playing Swedish comp, and I have a comp of 16. Let's go. No, by the way, spells. My level 4 rolled up Curse of Underhair, Flock of Doom, Savage Beast of Horrors, and Wisdom's Wild Form. And my level 2 took Wisdom's Wild Form and Pan's Impenetrable Pelt. That was everything. Let's go.
So the warriors took the first turn, quite aggressively charged almost on the entire front. Chariot into his Angors, dogs Angors over here. Chariot into his Razor Gore. My dogs tried to charge into his Angors but failed. The other units just moved up slightly. In hindsight, my friends told me I should charge my knights into this unit here, and that would be my only option to win this war. But
I did not say that.
yeah, let's see how it goes. Over to wins of Magic. So I rolled up 10 dice and my opponent 6. I started with a glitter robe on my dogs over here. I used 3 dice. Then I used 6 dice to try and get in final transportation. Rolled super bad, only 17. So my opponent dispelled it with his dice. With my last dice, I tried to get off Enchanted Blades of Iban on the dogs as well. Over to combat phase. Over here, I did only 2 impact hits, but in the combat phase, I killed 1 more. So he actually rolled double ones, so he stayed put there. Over here, he killed 1 of my dogs and I killed 2 Angors, but he made his leadership test. Over here, in this fight, my chariot killed... No, he got down to 1 wound, his Razor Gore, and fled off the table, and I had to chase him down. So my chariot is off the board right now. Over to Beastmen turn 1.
And turn 1, I only had 1 charge and it was the Razor Gore into the flank of the chariot. Otherwise I moved up here, reformed the Bestigores and the Gores slightly, as you see. And over here I moved up with the Ungor Raiders to block his warriors and Skull Crushers, and moved up the chariot slightly. And yeah, that was everything. Let's go to wins of Magic. So in the Magic phase I got 7 dice and my opponent got 5. The only thing I managed to get through was the Curse of Andra here on his Knight unit here. And then I tried Wisdom's Wild Form, but he dispelled it. Yeah, let's go to close combat. So in the combat here, he killed 2 of my guys, I killed 1 of his, so I lost, but I stuck around. And over here, he did 1 wound to my pig and killed 1 of the Ungor Raiders, but then he broke because I charged in the flank and did 2 wounds. So that chariot is killed, and they pursued, as you see. That was everything. Let's go to turn 2 for Wars of Chaos.
So for Wars of Chaos turn 2, I had 1 charge into his raiders over here with my dogs. My chariot came up over here, moved up slightly with so I'm outside of his charged arc. I did not fall for his bait to charge his raiders, and my Skull Crushers managed their leadership test. Over here I just shuffle around a little bit. Yeah, that's it. Over to Magic phase. So movement, Magic phase and close combat combined. Magic phase I tried to 6 dice. Final translation into his Bestigores, but he uses the spell scroll. Over here, my dogs did only 1 wound, and he rolled up 12 to chase, to flee, and I only followed with 4. And over here, I killed his raider and did a reform. Over here, yeah. So over to Beastmen turn 2.
Beastmen turn 2. For charges I had 1 charge here with the Bestigores into his Warhounds, that is to overrun into his Knights over there. Then I also had this charge over here. The chariot charged past the fleeing Angors who stood here and made it in. The Angors who fled this way, popped through the house and are standing there. But these guys managed their leadership test from being run through fleeing allies. And over here I moved up with the Angors and moved back both the chariots. Also moved up the Gore, and over here the Razor Gore and the Angors took the back position. And yeah, that was everything for movement. Let's go to Winds of Magic. Turn 2, in the Magic phase he stopped everything, didn't get anything through because he's a channeling master, and also I got a 5 and a 1, and he channeled 1, so I had 7, he had 6, because I also channeled. Yeah, so nothing happened in the Magic phase, and for shooting I did a couple of wounds, but he saved everything. Yeah, let's go to close combat. In close combat, the chariot slaughtered the dogs, and over here the Beast Lord put them on his back and just raped them. And yeah, that's everything. Let's go to Warriors turn 3.
Yes, movement phase for warriors, turn 3. Knights into his flank here. Skull Crushers into his raiders. And my chariot into his raiders over here. Over to Winds of Magic. So for magic phase, I rolled up 4 dice. My opponent 2. I used 3 of them to get on Enchanted Blaze of Iban on this unit here. With the last die, I didn't have anything else to cast. Over to close combat. Oh, after a long combat phase, he killed 7 of my knights here. My champion killed his champion, and my champion transformed into a spawn, which I placed here. Yes. Our friend is actually doing a reform. He's gonna stand a bus here, 5 in width, so he can get in with his Gors. Over here, my Skull Crushers killed his Angor Raiders and overran into his chariots. And my chariot killed his other unit of Angor Raiders and actually managed to get out of his charge arc. Yeah, so over to Beastmen turn 3.
Turn 3, I charged a Gore into his block here. Charged a Razor Gore into his spawn, and here I just moved up the Angor Raiders, and these guys kept on fleeing and fled in this direction from the warriors here. And then I pivoted around the chariot slightly, because I want to be able to charge his chariot next turn. Yeah, that was everything. Let's go to Winds of Magic and shooting. So, in the magic phase, I actually got 11 dice, my opponent got 6. But the only thing I managed to get in was Wizard's Wild Form on the Bestigors, because my opponent is a Dispelling Master. So yeah, nothing to do. That was everything for Magic. Let's go to close combat. For the close combat over here, he killed my chariot and overran, as you see. Over here, he won the combat, the Chaos Warriors, I think by 5 or something like that, but I was steadfast and remained. I didn't really hit very good with the Gore since I didn't get Wizard's Wild Form, so 1-up roll, no, just 1-up save, but he saved a lot. So a bit unlucky, but yeah, let's go to Wars of Chaos turn. Over here, the Razor Gore finished off the spawn. Let's go to Wars of Chaos turn 4.
Phase for Warriors of Chaos. Did a swift reform on my Skull Crushers, but failed the leadership, so they can't move. My chariot backed a bit and moved so he faces his chariots here. And my warriors over here did also a swift reform, but failed their leadership, so I can't move either. Over to Winds of Magic. Magic phase, I roll up 5 die, no channel. My opponent got 4 but got a channel, so it was 5 against 5. I spent all on Enchanted Blaze of Iban, but he managed to dispel it with his die. Over to close combat here. Over here, it was much more slaughter for the Beastmen this time. My champion and my general is only the only guys left, and I had to flee. He was gonna get 2 inches from me, but he couldn't get that due to his raiders, fleeing raiders actually. Yeah, over to this turn 4.
First off, I started with charging the Bestigors, and he was fleeing, so I had to flee. And he came pretty far, so I charged my Bray Shaman, charged at them as well, and he had to flee again, so he fled off the board. And then I also charged both the chariots into his chariot over here, and otherwise I just reformed slightly, as you see here. Let's go to Winds of Magic and shoot. So for Magic, I tried to cast Curse of Underheat on these guys, but he managed to dispel it. And then cast Wizard's Wild Form on this chariot over here. Let's go to close combat. So in the close combat phase, the chariot finished off his Chaos chariot. That was everything. Let's go to Wars of Chaos turn 5.
So Movement phase for Chaos turn 5. Not much to do. My Skull Crushers failed their offensive test, charged his chariot over here. My warriors left their coin to move up to get some taste of blood in this battle, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, over to this magic phase. Over to this combat phase, I mean. No magic due to my general and wizard dead. So in the combat phase, my Skull Crushers killed his chariot and ran off the board. Over to Beastmen turn 5.
Beastmen turn 5, I reformed here with the Gors, went into with the level 4 here as well, moved up the best Gors just to surround him here, because I want to finish this unit as well. And then I moved up the Angor Raiders just to block him off if he decides to charge. And the chariot in the back as well. Let's go to Wings of Magic and shooting. For magic I tried to cast Curse of Thunder here, he dispelled it, then I did Flock of Doom and killed one warrior. And yeah, that was everything. Let's go to last turn for Wars of Chaos.
So, last turn for warriors, my Skull Crushers entered the table again. I tried to charge my warriors into his Angors. He decided to flee. I tried to catch them, but was less than 1 inch away to catch them. Yeah, no magic, no shooting, no combat. Over to last turn for Beastmen.
For the last turn I charged the Gors in the side and the chariot in the back. I couldn't maximize really, but yeah, it's fun anyway. Let's go to Winds of Magic. So in the magic phase I managed to get up double Wisdom on the Gore unit, so they now have Strength 6, Toughness 6. Let's go to close combat. So at the end of the combat here, he was down to double ones. I was really high strength and everything, and I hit good. So yeah, I caught him, and we calculated the points, and the Beastmen won by approximately 2,200 or something like that. So it was a pretty good victory for them today. Yeah, I don't know. I think the main issue was on the right flank here. His Skull Crushers and Wars didn't really come through in the beginning. Yeah, since I also have a lot of redirectors, so it's kind of hard when you have Frenzy on the Skull Crushers. I can just move them away basically. And yeah, I don't know. When he had the Blades of Iban, I was really terrified because he killed a lot of Bestigors. But then the second round, when he didn't have it, it changed a lot, and yeah, he didn't get as many kills as before. But yeah, it was a really fun game. Beastmen versus Wars of Chaos. I think it's the first time on the channel, so it was very nice. Anyway, we hope you appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.